So we just briefly touched on a text editor. With VS Code, there's so many different extensions that you can go with, but these are going to be three that I really recommend, especially if you're getting started. Just it makes my life super simple. So here we go. The first one is going to be Prettier, and what it does is that it takes your code and it does what it's called. It makes it pretty. So it actually fixes the spacing, the line breaks. If you have any commas or anything like that that need to be added, it'll actually automatically add it and shift all of your code so that it does look much more uniform. This is absolutely perfect because it takes that having to add white spaces, it takes out having to, hey, I didn't break this line right, or it keeps everything so organized and so uniform throughout all of your sheets. It makes it a lot easier to read. That's just one thing that I think will absolutely just make your life super simple. And it's one of those headaches that if you already have a tool that's available to do it, as you're seeing here, it's been shifting all of the spaces on the save, and it's just one thing you don't have to worry about. The second thing I'd be really recommending is a linter. And so what a linter does is that it takes any syntactical errors out of your code and it highlights it. It shows you, hey, this is broken or this isn't working the way that it should. Really efficient at the way it does because you don't have to memorize the way that everything has to be written for it to point out and say, hey, this isn't right, or there's an error with this, or this is not being invoked in the rest of the page. So it just gives you a little tidbit and makes things a little bit quicker as you're going through building these massive projects to where, hey, I kind of want somebody over my shoulder looking at if I'm going to make an error that's going to be super simple to fix. This is one of those tools that just, again, same as Prettier, it just revolutionizes the way that you think of code because it's now, just like I said, having that person over your shoulder looking at it constantly and pointing out, hey, this doesn't make sense, or this is broken, or this syntax is incorrect, and it just helps you right there. The third one are, and I know I only picked out one for specifically EX7 or the React, Redux, React Native snippets. They're super cool once you get to memorize a few of them. So what this actually does is that it lets you type out a shorthand, use the tab, and it'll fill out kind of either a boilerplate or just things that you have to repeatedly type out. And so it just makes it a whole lot easier. And once you memorize some of this, because I'm hopefully going to keep coding, and once I memorize a few more of these, it'll go a lot quicker. So those are the three that I really recommend, especially if you're starting out similar to me where, hey, I don't want to just code little simple projects. I actually want to increase the complexity, or I want to push myself to learning a lot more things. This makes it easier. Just showing you the errors, cleaning up your workspace, or even, hey, this is a shorthand, let me type this out, and then boom, it types out the rest of it for you. Really powerful stuff, and this is exactly why I really enjoy working with VS Code. All of the extensions, it's just like an app store for Apple or for Google. It has all of these features that allows you to go quick. And the faster that you can code, the faster that you can put stuff together, the easier it becomes. So just check out those three. Tell me what you think. If you have other extensions that you recommend, absolutely please drop them by, and we'll see what's up with the next one.